अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वाहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा. Let's begin. This is verse number 282 and it is the biggest verse in this Quran. Let's begin. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O those, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, iza tadayantum bidaynin ila ajalin musamma faktubuhu वलियक्तुब बैनकुम कातिबुन बिल अदल वला यअबा कातिबुन अन यक्तुबा कमा अल्लमहु अल्लाहु फलियक्तुब वलयुमलिल लज़ी अलैहिल हक़्क़ु वलियत्तक़िल्लाह रब्बहु वला यबख़स मिन्हु शैअन फ़इन कान लज़ी अलैहिल हक़्क़ु सफ़ीहन औ ज़ईफ़न औ ला यस्ततिअ अन युमिल्ला हुवा फलयुमलिल वलियुहु बिल अदल वस्तरशिदू शहीदैनि मिन रिजालिकुम फ़इन लम यकूना रजुलैनि फ़रजुलुन व इम्रअतानि मिम्मन तरदौना मिनश शुहदाइ अन तदिल्ला इहदाहुमा फ़तुज़क्किरा इहदाहुमल उख़रा वला यअबा शुहदाउ इज़ा मा दुऊ वला तसअमू अन तक्तुबूहु सग़ीरन औ कबीरन इला अजलिही ज़ालिकुम अक़सतु इंदल्लाहि व अक़वमु लिश्शहादति व अदना अल्ला तर्ताबू इल्ला अन तकूना तिजारतन हादिरतन तुदीरूनहा बैनकुम फ़लैसा अलैकुम जुनाहुन अल्ला तक्तुबूहा व अशहिदू इज़ा तबायातुम वला युदर्र कातिबुन वला शहीद व इन तफ़अलू फ़इन्नहु फ़ुसूक़ुम बिकुम वत्तक़ुल्लाह व युअल्लिमुकुमुल्लाहु वल्लाहु बिकुल्लि शैइन अलीम. Okay, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. औज़ुबिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम. बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O those people who believe. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing to the believers. Iza, when, tadayantum, when you make a contract or you do business contract among yourself mutually. The root word over here is the ya, dal, ya and noon will be its root word. Okay, when you do a contract by bidainin of, dain means debt, the root word is same over here, of a debt, ila, to ajalim musamma. Ajal means time, musamma means fixed, to a fixed time. Faktubuhu, then, fa means then, uktubu means you all write it down. Who this contract. Okay, if you are making a contract of a debt for a fixed time, then you have to write it down. Faktubuhu, uktub, you one person write. Uktuba, you two people write. Uktubu, you all people write it down. Okay, because this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing to the believers in general in plural. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here ordering also in general in plural. Okay. Wal yaktub, and let write down. Wal yaktub, this is third person order, and let him write down. Bainakum, baina means between, kum means you, between you. Katib, a scribe. Okay, if you are not literate, the main parties who are making a contract of a debt, the person who is giving and the person who is taking that debt. So the person who is giving loan and the person who is taking, so if those two parties are not literate, they cannot read and write, so they should hire or they should take a scribe, the person who can read and write, or they should take a scribe and they should tell him to write down on their behalf this contract. Okay, bil adl, and the person who is writing also should write with justice. Bil adl, with justice. B means with, al adl means justice, with justice. This verse is clear. Okay. Wala ya'aba, and not should refuse, katib, the scribe, an yaktuba, that he writes it down, kama, as allamahullahu, taught him, he taught him. Who taught him? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught him. Okay, to write it down means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has given him knowledge to read and write. So the person should not refuse to write this contract. Okay, because this knowledge is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the person. Fal yaktub, then let him write down. Okay, this is third person again order. Then let him write down. Wal yumlil, and let him dictate. Allazi, the one who, alayhi, upon him, al-haq is the right. Wal yattaqillah is the right to dictate, means the person who on him, upon whom is the right to dictate, means these people. Okay, those who are making a contract. So they should dictate properly to that person who is the scribe to write down the contract. وَلْيَتَّقِ and let him fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and let him fear Allah, Rabbahu, his Lord. And while doing all these things, they should be always conscious of Allah. Actually, taqwa is the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let him be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, the one who is his Lord. Wala yabkhas, and not should. See, every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding of himself. See, when he is ordering to write down, he Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already knew that there can be a little corruption in between. So he kept on reminding himself that, see, Allah is the one who has taught you Allah to write and read. Allah is the one who is your Lord, so you should be conscious of your Lord. Here in this case, وَلْيَتَّقِ اللَّهَ رَبَّهُ, and let him be conscious of his Lord, and he should be conscious of his Lord. Okay, وَلَا يَبْخَسْ, and not should. Yabkhas means diminish. Wait, let me give me all the correct meaning. Diminish only, yeah. And not should diminish minhu, from that contract, shay'a, anything. Okay, whatever he is dictating, exactly same way the person, the scribe, has to write down. He should not he should not consider anything for consideration. Okay, leave it, this is the very small thing, why should we mention this thing, why there is no need of mentioning this thing. So there should not be like that. The way he is dictating as is to be written down. That's it. For in kana, for means then, in means if, then if, kana, there is, allazi, the one who, alayhi, upon him, al-haq, the right to dictate, the one who upon him the right to dictate, means these people, any of the party is safiha means mentally a little you can say, wait, let me give you a correct word exactly. Of limited understanding. Very good translation. Of a limited understanding. Aw da'ifan, or zaifa means weak, or he is minor. Aw la yastati, or not. Yastati, he is able to. Yumilla, that he dictate. He is not capable of dictating. Yumilla, mim lal la, little bit it's a root word. Yumilla, he can dictate. Okay, huwa, it, this huwa goes to the contract, who can dictate the contract. Fal yumlil waliyuhu, then let him dictate al waliyuhu, his heir. Okay, the one who is his guardian, you can say guardian, the one who is his guardian should dictate. Okay, for the for the people who are mentally challenged, safiha, you can say most suitable word was what was the word, I forgot again. Limited understanding. Okay, person who have limited understanding, or you can, in your terms, you can understand mentally challenged people. Aw zaifa, or zaifa, the person is very young, like a child or a boy, or very young means like minor. Aula yastatiya, and not he is able to, or there is some issue that he cannot educate, means he cannot speak. Maybe then can be the person who is dumb, so he cannot speak. So if there is any of the situation like this, then should dictate his guardian, the person who is his guardian should dictate. Waliyuhu, actually his guardian. Bil adl, with justice. Now again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept on reminding, it should be done with justice, it should be done with justice. See again this verse, bil adl, reminding of himself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding of himself. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught you. See how for each and every step Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding of himself, means there should not be a single corruption there in between. Wa astashhidu shahidain, and should call for witness, or you must take witness, shahidain, 2 witnesses on this thing. Okay, now see, this is what is going on. There is a contract of debt going on in between two parties. Okay, and there is a person who is, now let me make this in this way so that you will understand in a better way. Let me go to this my canvas. Give me a minute. Let me add black. Okay, see, there are two parties, party A, person A and person B. Okay, there is a contract of loan in between the person who is giving loan and the person who is giving loan. A is the person who is giving loan. Okay, so the person who is giving loan and the person who is taking the loan, and they should write, this contract should be written for a fixed time, okay, the time is fixed, for fixed time. Now if they can write by themselves, it's fine. If they cannot write by themselves, then there is a person C, or you can say consider the person S. He is a scribe. Okay, he is a scribe. He should write the contract for them. Okay, so when this person S should come to write the contract in between, so there should be like justice. They should dictate properly to the scribe, and the scribe should write as is the way it has been dictated to them, and there should be 2 witnesses on this contract. Okay, who could be the 2 witness? 2 witness should be there, and for all these things there should be 2 witness. There should be 2 witness for this contract. Okay, when all these things are going on. Let's go back. Okay, wastashhidu shahidain, and take 2 witnesses min rijalikum, from your from rijali means men, communes, from your men means from the believers. Okay, then if not, yakuna, there be, yakuna, there be rajul, 1 man, rajulain, 2 people, 2 man. For rajulun, for means then, rajulun means 1 person, 1 male person, 1 man, wamratan, and 2 women. Okay, then if there are 2 witness, 2 are not male available, then 1 male person, 1 man, and 2 women. Okay, why 2 women? Mimman, see, because there are, for women there are some, like some situations in the life when they cannot, like, it's not convenient for them that whenever they are called for something, so they may be available, like for example if they are pregnant, or if they are, like in iddat also they cannot come out of the house, or like, and also the women are emotionally a little more, like more emotional, so there is a chances that they may err, like if emotionally they are of, you can say that women are sometimes, they are like they are emotionally a little vulnerable, so that's the reason 2 men, 2 man and 2 women. Okay, 1 man and 2 women, it has been given. It is compared as 2 men will be compared as 2 women is compared as 1 man. Okay, mimman, from what? From whom? Tardauna, you are pleased, from whom you select that, yeah, these 2 women are good for witness, they will be able to make it properly. Tardauna, from whom you select, from whom you are pleased, from whom you agree. Minash shuhadai, from the witnesses. And tadilla, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given one simple reason, that lest tadilla, if she errs. She errs means she errs. She make a little mistake. Ihdahuma, one of them, then can remind. Ihdahuma, the another one. Okay. Ulokhra, the other one. Okay. If one can make a little mistake, then other one can remind. That's the reason two women have been given. Wala yaba, and not should refuse a shuhada, the witness, izama do, whenever, izama, whenever, do, they all are called out, they all are called for bearing witness, so they should not refuse. Wala tasamu, and not they should feel tired, antaktubuhu, that taktubuhu, they should not feel tired or lazy, that taktubuhu, they write it down, that they write it down. Sorry, not thus, not they, it is you. And not you all should feel tired, should be weary. Not you all should feel weary, lest you write it down, saghiran or kabiran, whether it is a small contract, the matter is small or big. Ila ajalihi, for a fixed time. Zalikum aqsat, this is more just, more just in the Allah, near Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and more upright, lishahada, for bearing witness. Wa adna, and more nearer, that not you fall in doubt. Illa, except that, takuna, now this you have to do whenever you are making a contract of debt. Okay, and all these procedures you need to follow. And except you don't have to write down the contract when, except that takuna, there is tijara, a trade, a commerce, a trade, hazira, present, tudirunaha, you carry it out. Okay, that trade, it is like, you are carrying it out there and there itself. Bainakum, between yourself. Like for example, I'll give you my phone, you give me your phone. It's kind of like, means the trade, you give money and you buy something, so that time you don't have to write it down. So these trade, which is like there and there you are carrying it out, so you don't have to write it down. Falaysa, then not alaikum, upon you, any blame. Allah taktubuhu, that not, Allah is addition of an plus la. Okay, that not taktubuhu, you all write it down. Wa ashhidu, and see this ha, to write it down, this ha has gone for tijara, which is a feminine gender. Okay, wa ashhidu, and you bear witness, iza tabayatum, but you bear witness, iza tabayatum, whenever you make a trade. Okay, business transaction, whenever you make a business transaction, that time you have to bear witness. Wala yudara, and not should be harmed, katib, the scribe, wala shaheed, and not the witness. And never, you can say, never should be harmed the scribe and not the witness. Wa in tafalu, and if you do, then indeed it is fusuq, it is a sinful conduct, it is a sinful act, become from your side. Wattaqullah, and fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See, again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded Allah of himself, and be conscious of Allah, be conscious of Allah. Instead of fearing, be conscious is the best word for wattaqu, and be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For yu'allimukumullahu, and Allah, he taught you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught you. Wallahu, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bikulli, of every shay'in thing, halim, he is all knower. I hope this verse is clear. Let's revise quickly. It's being a long verse. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O those people who believe, iza tadayantum, when you make a contract between bidainin, of the debt, ila ajali musamma, for a fixed time or towards a fixed time, then write it down. Waliyaktub, and see this who is a feminine masculine gender. Okay, and let write between you a scribe with justice, and not should refuse the scribe, lest he write down, as allamahullahu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught him. Falyaktub, then let him write, and let him dictate, allazi, upon allazi, the one who, alayhi, upon him, al-haq, the right, وَلْيَتَّقِ and fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his Lord, وَلَا يَبْخَسْ, and not should diminish from it anything. وَفَإِن, then if the one who, allazi, if there is the one who, upon him is the right, safiha, mentally challenged, or أو ضعيفة, or again I forgot this thing, limited understanding, a person who is of a limited understanding, أو ضعيفة, or ضعيف, or weak or minor, أو, or not he is able to dictate, then for huwa, he, dictate it, فَلْيُمْلِلْ, dictate it. This huwa is going for tadayan, the trade, the contract which is being done. فَلْيُمْلِلْ, then let him dictate, waliyuhu, his guardian, with justice, and bear witness, 2 witnesses from your men. Then if not there is 2 men, then 1 man and 2 women from whom you agree, whom you please, of the witnesses, lest if errors one of them, then may remind ihdahuma, the another one of them. Wala ya'ba, and not should refuse to bear witness, ashuhada, the witnesses, whenever du'u, they are called. Wala tas'amu, and not should be weary, and not you should be wary that you write it down, saghira or kabira, small or big, ila ajalihi, for a fixed time. Zalikum, that is more just, near Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and more upright for bearing witness, and more upright, yes. Wa adana, and more nearer, that not tartabu, you fall in doubt, except that there be a trade present, you carry it out between yourself, then falaisa, then not upon you any blame, that not you write it down. Wa ashhidu, and bear witness, iza tabayatum, but you bear witness whenever you make a business contract, commercial transaction, whenever you make a commercial transaction. Wala yudara, and not should be harmed the scribe and not the witness. And if you do, then indeed it is sinful conduct from your side, sinful act from your side. And be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He taught you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught you, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of everything, He is all knower. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wallahu a'lam.